Hello, everyone. This is Cheyenne Marling with Widow Bryans, and I wanted to take an opportunity to record a video to go through the key to the 21st edition Business Continuity Compensation Dashboards. Now, if you participated in our study, you got the complimentary report for all global respondents, and you also received a key, or excuse me, a dashboard customized by either years of experience or a job title. This document right here is a key to help you understand and read the dashboard so you know what the data is in front of you. A couple things before we kickstart this. I want to stress that this is a sample. So everyone received the same key as a sample of the flow of the dashboard, how it's categorized, but also more importantly, to showcase some of the text that is cutting off in the different data charts. The reason why is because when we create the dashboard, it's taking the selection options directly from the study itself, and it will only allow so many characters in the dashboard when creating the data charts, so that some of the text is cutting off in the data charts, and I'll show that. The other thing I want to stress is right here, if a data chart is empty, then no responses answered that question. So for example, there's a lot of certification data charts within the dashboards, and within your peer group, if someone didn't have a particular certification, maybe the CISSP or PMP, then those charts within your dashboard will appear blank. But obviously you can kind of follow this key along with your dashboard to see what data charts might not be highlighted, and thus no one responded with that particular data. You'll also see that within this key, we highlighted how the different sections within the dashboard. So we can't import text or like text fields within the dashboard. So for example, this will obviously showcase the flow and the data that's being cut, or the text that's being cut off. But it's also really important to look at the key because you can see how the dashboard is categorized. So we start off with location. And if we scroll down, I want to stress right here, first part, UK only. So no response in this particular dashboard, 383. That means 383 people were not based in the UK, right? So they skipped this particular question. And as we go down, we can see the distribution of respondents, average annual base compensation. This is for everyone that's within your peer group. So either by years of experience or by job title, this would be the average for everyone within the peer group. But then obviously you can kind of dig in and look at the different data charts. Next, we have gender and ethnicity. Here's an excellent example where the text is cutting off. You see those little dots? So we imported within this key the full text, so you know what is being cut off of that particular data chart. If we continue to scroll down, we have work experience. So this is the next kind of category. We have total years of experience, and then we have by discipline expertise. Now, within the study, respondents could answer their years of experience for about 30 different disciplines. We only included the top disciplines at the very top of the dashboard and the key. The other ones within the study are included at the bottom towards the end of the dashboard and thus towards the end of the key. So we have the top disciplines, which was business continuity, years of experience in cloud infrastructure, crisis incident management. This is obviously by alphabetical order, cyber resilience, emergency management, disaster recovery, pandemic planning, resilience management, supply chain resiliency, third-party vendor. One thing is you'll see those little dots here again, but we didn't include a key because if you hover over your dashboard for each of the different categories, it will show the complete text. So that's one kind of key to kind of see where some of the text is being cut off, but it's still viewable within the dashboard. Then we get to job title, level of separation from executive management. One thing I want to stress is that we have from entry level all the way up to president. Consulting professional services, they have a follow-up dashboard or follow-up data charts. So if you got, let's say, by job title for director or vice president, obviously these two data charts are going to show to be empty within your dashboard. But here we do have the text that's being cut off. So we did have very generic job descriptions and generic kind of descriptions of each job title to help with consistency and conformity within the data reporting. So again, if you look back here, entry level analyst all the way to president, And then obviously the consulting. Now, this is not independent consultant or self-employed. These are individuals who perhaps might work for a Kyndryl or a Deloitte and Touche or a KPMG, but they're permanently employed. They're not self-employed. So here you have all the different generic job titles and descriptions that were used within the study itself. Then we get to separation of executive management, education. If you have specific education degree work in business continuity, then obviously we get into the certification listing. Again, this text is not included within the dashboard itself, so this is where looking at the key does help. Now, all of you, when you received your report and customized dashboard and key, we also included a certification listing for the text that's being cut off to help you as well, because there's a lot of long certifications. So first we get into the number of certifications, and then it's separated by discipline expertise. So first we have certifications specifically for business continuity resilience. Again, if you have any empty data graphs in the certification section, that means that no one within your peer group had that specific certification. Obviously, you can look at the key and see which certification was missing within your customized dashboard. So we have, of course, the BSI for the ISO 22301 implementer, BCI certifications, BRCCI, then we have the DRI International, then we have some self-study for other, again, specific to continuity. Then we have the PECP. These are not audit focused, by the way, that's going to come later. Then we have certifications specifically for crisis management, emergency management. So some of those self-study through the EMI or DHS or FEMA. Then we have the certifications through the IAEM. Then we get the risk management related certifications. PMI is highlighted, as well as one through the RIMS, the CRMP. Then we get into the audit governance. So I want to stress only the certifications with an appropriate response were highlighted. So for example, this RIMS CRMP as this sample key, there's only 4 people that had that certification. So it's really important when you look at the number to also take in consideration that when it gets to the average comp for that certification, it's only taking from those 4 people who had that, who are in your dashboard. So then audit governance, then we have information security related certifications, technology related certifications, and then other related certifications as well. So as we continue to scroll down, then we get into security clearance, management skills. So these are management skills that can be transferable from other disciplines like program management, budget management, staff management. Then we get into real world experience for business continuity planning, globally being involved with the program, personally managing the program activating it during an event, creating a program from the ground up, creating and rolling out a training program from the ground up. Then we have leadership skills, so presenting at an industry-related event or conference, publishing within the industry, as well as serving on any type of board leadership. And then how involved are you within your internal executive team board involvement within your organization? Again, you see this text is cutting off. So we have right here the full context of what that text is, so you can understand when you're reading your dashboard what the different categories are supposed to be. Then we get into company demographics, so by industry, distribution of an organization from one site to global, number of employees within the organization. So we have, obviously percent of respondents, and then the average annual base compensation. I should say, again, this is base, so the bonuses and benefits are coming towards the end of the dashboard. Then we have previous career experience before getting into a business continuity dedicated related discipline career. Now we get into the benefits. So percent of respondents who received a bonus. So again, all these other comps above are US dollar base, not including the bonuses or benefits. So what percent received 0 to 5% bonus, 5 to 10% bonus? Then we have the different benefits received. Now this one is interesting because this particular data chart, it's cutting off like health benefits. So you don't see health benefits. The first thing you see is medical insurance. So it's cutting off the primary categories within the benefit section because no one answered health benefits. That was a section header. So for that reason, it's not showing up in the dashboard. So you can see by health benefits, by work benefits, by financial security benefits, short-term benefits, but all of these different ones are categorized, are highlighted above. Then we get tenure with organization, so years of experience with a current company, years of experience with current company and same role, and then percent of respondents who changed jobs in the last year. And so this is, again, the text that was cutting off. Likelihood to seek new employment in the new year. And then also by work structure. So how hybrid are you? Are you in the office or 100% remote? What are people looking for as far as career coaching tips, from resume writing to social media assessments? Then what's really keeping people with their current employer? So everything from benefits, career growth, compensation, coworkers. You can see it's splitting off. So this is actually one question within the study, but because of the way the dashboard's formatted, it's taking that one question and separating into many data charts. Work fulfillment, office location, flexible working, travel opportunities, company perks, discounts. Then, if you recall that the other discipline experience that was missing from above, now these are highlighted. So the very top of the dashboard highlighted years of experience in business continuity, years of experience in crisis management. But now we're highlighting those other, 15, 20 other disciplines were not included earlier in the dashboard. So years of experience, asset management. So these are skills, disciplines that business continuity professionals, crisis management, disaster recovery, resilience management tend to not be as experienced at. So change management, compliance. It is important to note that people could skip this question. So, you may not see a lot of respondents, which means that the majority were 0%. So if they didn't have this experience, they skipped the question. Executive protection, facilities, GRC, health and safety, environmental and occupational, high availability, information technology, media crisis management, privacy. Okay, I'm going to skip down to the last couple data charts within the dashboard. And these are going to be what percent of your responsibilities are dedicated to the different disciplines. So here you can see if someone, only about 0.3% were 50% involved in asset protection loss prevention. So this is based on percent of dedicated to being dedicated to asset protection, what have you. So if you look at business continuity, this is indicating about 2% are 90% dedicated to business continuity. About 12.3% of the respondents were 50% dedicated to business continuity planning. So you can see most of the data charts, quite a few of them are 0. They're not doing any change management. They're not doing any audit management, but obviously business continuity, you see a lot of up and down because you have people that might be maybe only 5% dedicated to business continuity, but you have quite a bit that are obviously 50% or more dedicated to business continuity. You can see crisis management has a little bit of up and down as well. And most of them have kind of straight lines, but at least gives you an understanding. And the general report does a great job of highlighting the top 4 or 5 different disciplines as well. So again, I hope that this is helpful. If you have any questions on the dashboard or the key, please feel free to reach out to me, and we're always delighted to help. Thanks so much. Bye.